What's going on, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Jacob Daniel, back at it again here at the Speed Kills podcast. Now today, we are going over the early top 5 candidates for the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's get into it. My number 1 pick at the Offensive Rookie of the Year is Dalvin Cook. This guy, great running back. He fell to the second rounds. The Vikings traded up with the Bengals to get him. Second round pick, he didn't get picked in the first round. He's got a little chip on his shoulder. I think he got drafted by the right team. They have a complete team there. The Vikings do. They have Sam Bradford, Stephon Diggs. They have all the components there for Dalvin Cook to be good. Now he has competition with Latavius Murray to be the number 1 back, but I think Dalvin Cook, his versatility and everything that he brings to the table will outplay Latavius Murray. They have a good line there. They did well with Adrian Peterson, so they brought him Dalvin Cook in to replace AP. I think he'll do great. I think he'll shine there in Minnesota. All right, my second pick is Deshaun Watson. I think this guy will have a similar season to Dak Prescott. He has Tom Savage to compete with to get that starting spot, but I think he will win that starting position. He's a born winner. They were already a playoff team with Brock Osweiler. And Brock Osweiler was absolutely garbage. So with a decent quarterback, and if Deshaun can lessen those turnovers that he had problems with in college, then he'll do great. They have a pretty complete offense. They have Lamar Miller, good receivers. I think he'll have a great connection with DeAndre Hopkins, a former Clemson receiver. Will Fuller, Braxton Miller. I think they got the full package down there, and he got picked, another one that got picked by the right team, and they've set him up to flourish, I think. All right, my third pick is Leonard Fournette. He's a great player, probably the number 1 back in the 2017 draft class, running backs wise. Another one that got drafted by the right team, Tom Coughlin. I think he's the new head coach in Jacksonville. Loves to run the ball. He did that with the Giants with Brandon Jacobs and the running backs he had there. He will take the pressure off Blake Bortles. They were struggling for a running game there. I think the only running backs they have is Chris Ivory and TJ Yeldon, and they're definitely not getting the job done. Leonard Fournette, power back. And they're another one. They have a complete offense. Both Allen Robinson, and I forget the other one, but he's a good receiver as well. Rashad Green, complete offense down there. He completes the offense. But I think that's a good pick, and that's my third pick. All right, fourth pick for the Offensive Rookie of the Year of 2017 is Corey Davis. Great player. He's my favorite wide receiver of the 2017 draft, and I think he'll do great with Marcus Mariota. He'll become Marcus Mariota's number 1 receiver. Last year, his number 1 receiver was Rashad Matthews. And I'm not giving anything against Rashad Matthews, but Corey Davis, I think, is probably going to be a superior receiver. He'll be the Michael Thomas of this year's draft. Like, Michael Thomas was ended up being the receiver that had like 1,300 yards in last year's class, and I think that's what Corey Davis is going to come in Tennessee and do. I think he's a great fit for there, and he'll do well. My fifth pick, I was kind of in between Mike Williams and this player, but I went with Joe Mixon, my hometown Cincinnati Bengals. I put my man Joe Mixon. I think he'll become the number 1 running back here in Cincinnati. He's a combination of the 2 backs they already have. He has the catching ability of Giovanni Bernard and the power ability of Jeremy Hill, and won't fumble like Jeremy Hill does. They need a running game. Mixon provides that if they figure out the line problems that have kind of been going on in Cincinnati, and plus more line left in free agency, if they can get that figured out, and then the offense will run well with Joe Mixon. He's an ultimate weapon. I like Joe Mixon as a pick. So there it is, guys. That's my top 5, my early top 5 picks at the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Tell me what you think down in the comments. I'm Jacob Daniel. This has been the Speed Kills Podcast. Have a nice day. Peace.